Good afternoon. In fact, it's a great pleasure to be a part of TEDx program. And in this audience, I am seeing most of the youths. Just now, you listened to a very brainstorming talk by a renowned neurosurgeon, Venkatramana. In fact, I am a cardiologist. Actually, there is some relationship between heart and brain. In fact, heart was sending messages to the brain. Brain asks, why are you sending messages without any reason? Heart says, I want only a relationship, but brain says, I want only reason. So that is the reason that we always respect heart as a great philanthropic and a great generous organ. That's what I wanted to say. So when India got independence, our population used to be around 34 crores. Where are we now? Now we have 142. In fact, the most populous nation globally. Another thing is, India has got a huge youth force. Nearly 50% of the population is below 25 years of age. So as that means nearly 50%, nearly 70 crore youths are there. So that is the real treasure, that is the real pleasure what we have at this point of time. Education is not just learning of facts. Education is basically training the brain to think and think. So we need to really infuse lot of creativity among the youngsters. Education, true education, is basically learning proper attitude, behavior and mannerisms. Then it is considered to be a complete, because education degree should not become just a piece of marks card. There's a difference between university examination as well as your life examination. University examination question paper is always same. If it is physics, it is same. First PUC, it is same. Second PUC, it is same. But in life examination, each one gets a different question paper, and trying to copy each other, then you will get into problems. So that is the reason today youths are the future of this nation, and we need to guide them. We need to mentor them. We have to put them in a proper way, in a proper path, because there's a very popular saying, better to jog in a proper path rather than running in a wrong path or a wrong direction. Which is important? Is speed of learning is important or the direction is important? So it is the direction which is more important than the speed of learning. And IQ is important or EQ is important. EQ is more important than the IQ. Emotional quotient is more important than your intelligent quotient. Why I am emphasizing more on youths and youths today? Because younger generation of India today are becoming vulnerable to stress. They are becoming vulnerable to various lifestyle diseases. Today, 60% of deaths in India is due to lifestyle diseases. For example, what are those 5 to 6 lifestyle diseases in India we have? One is heart attack and cardiovascular disease. Second is diabetes mellitus. Third is high blood pressure. Fourth is stroke. Fifth is cancer. Sixth, we have just added what is called screen addiction and loneliness. Screen addiction and loneliness is a mental disorder by itself. See, I think young Indians are at risk for all these diseases. There was a time Children used to bring parents for the treatment of all these diseases, maybe 3 decades back, 4 decades back. Today, what is happening? Parents are bringing their children in the age group of 20 to 40 for the treatment of heart attack, for the treatment of high blood pressure, for the treatment of diabetes and cancer and all these things. Why all this? That is the reason, because the future of India, the economy of India, and also the productivity of India depends on this important age group of 20 to 45, which forms 50% of the population. Why this is happening? Because I've already said, just getting degrees is, there's a difference between getting degrees and knowledge. Not all degree holders are knowledgeable. There are some non-degree holders, they are more knowledgeable than the degree holders. So it is very essential to have degrees, have qualification. Today what is happening, I think we have to really empower our youths with more skill development, with communication skill. Degrees alone will not fetch you the job today. In fact, those with PhDs, those with MBAs, those with master degrees are not getting jobs today. Very, very difficult. Plumber is getting a job, driver is getting a job, painter is getting a job. So I think skill development and communication skill is extremely important for our younger generation. Yes, we have to move with the world. We are in an era of urbanization, we are in an era of industrialization, digitalization. It's fine, but at the same time, we have to learn these communication skills. That is very, very important. And coming back to this stress, why today we are facing a lot of problem in our younger youths or in the middle-aged population? Because always for youths, they should understand there will be ups and downs in your career. I think you are all aware of ECG. The waves will move up and down, up and down. That means person is alive. If person is dead, it comes a straight line. So exactly our life will be like an ECG, and there will be ups and downs. There will be ups and downs, and this is where our youth should understand. And now what is happening among our youth? They want to do too many things in a too short time. Trying to learn too many things in a too short time, or trying to achieve too many things, trying to earn too much of money within a short time, they are putting themselves under a terrible stress. Nobody has ever won a chess match by moving the coin only in one direction. They have to move up and down, move up and down. They have to go, side by side. Life is exactly like that. What is failure? This is where we have to understand. That means the philosophy of life, the laws of nature, always as said, we have to go in a phased manner, in a phased step by step, step by step. What is failure? Failure is nothing but first attempt in learning. And at the same time, failure also we say either forget everything and run, and forget everything or rise. That is the definition of failure. So success is not actually the end, and failure is also not final. So in fact, when you go to a boxing ring, when do you say a person is lost? Not when he falls down, but when he fails to rise, when we declare them he is defeated. So the same analogy is applicable to our youths and next generation. And yes, at the same time, today we talk about somebody is lucky and somebody is brilliant and somebody is a winner. Lucky person gets an opportunity, and brilliant means he actually creates an opportunity, and winner is he completely utilizes this opportunity. So definitely God never curse anybody or never bless anybody, but it gives an opportunity. We need to use this opportunity to the best of this. And stress, what is, I think stress is playing a havoc among the cross sections across all ages. Life is all about ABCD. Life is all about ABCD. For youths, ABCD is different. For elderly population, ABCD is different. What is ABCD for the youth? A stands for Android, B for Bluetooth, C for computer, D for dance. So, what does ABCD stands for older people? A for arthritis, B for blood pressure, and C for cholesterol, and D for diabetes. So what exactly is the life? What exactly is the life? Life is difficult life is really beautiful for those who enjoy it. Life is difficult for those who compare it, and life is worst for those who criticize it. So this is the very definition of life. Talent is God given, but so you should be thankful. And fame is man given, you should be grateful. But actually ego is self given, you should be careful. So I think ego is one of the worst thing. Many talented people have gone down the drain because of ego. I think these and three qualities will destroy your career, destroy your life. What are those things? One is jealousy, second is suspicious nature, and third is your arrogance. Because people with all these qualities will neither they sleep properly or they will not allow others to speak. This is one of the most important thing. So success, yes, we all want to be successful in life. Success is neither magical nor mysterious. It's all consequence of your hard work, high intellect, and sincere execution. And as important is, yes, these lies, one should not get into all those things. Lies and truth, this is where probably if you look at the various things, if you want to study how many people are not mentally sound, there is no need to do any survey or there is no need to do any analysis. Look at their mobile phones. Look at what sort of messages they are exchanging. So I think if you look at their WhatsApp or Instagram or this thing, then those messages will clearly tell whether that person is mentally sound or not. See, many a time I have seen some patients will come to us telling, and their face looks depressed, they are saddened and all. Then if you ask, why are you today so depressed? They say, no sir, they sent I received some messages, very bad messages. I also replied very strongly. Then there was a second reply. Even for that I have smashed with the third reply. I asked them, is the issue connected with both of you? That issue is not connected both of them. So why do you? So I think today mentally people are wasting, draining their brain. That is also very important. So lies are like painkillers. They gives a temporary relief, but side effects are too much. And the truth is like surgery. It may hurt initially, but it gives a complete cure. So I think this is where one has to develop those habits, very important. And laziness. See, today we are talking about industrialization, digitalization, and we are also embarking on lazinization. Today 50% of Indians, according to one study, are lazy. I think, in fact, the biggest enemy of yourself is laziness. So that is the reason. Laziness kills ambitions, fear kills dreams, and jealousy kills peace, ego kills growth, doubt kills confidence. These things we have to keep it in mind. And for the growth of the nation, I think we have to salute your work. See, you have to love your job, whatever it is. If you go on loving, if maybe a small job or maybe a big job, but if you love your job, if you enjoy your job, then probably you will be satisfied and you will be successful. And another thing, as youths or as grown up people, you should always respect the old when you are young. And you should also help the weak when you are strong and confess the fault when you are wrong. One day you will be old, one day you will be weak, one day you will be wrong. And don't hesitate to talk about four things, I will tell you. Don't hesitate to talk about four things. That is old clothes. You can't judge the talent of a person by the clothes they wear. And also the poor friends, there is no status for friendship. We have Kuchela and Krishna story, it is always there. And old parents, we are all here because of them. And simplicity. I will tell you, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And no, don't go for social, economic and academic comparison. This is where our youngsters are getting into the problem. Oh, he is earning more, I am earning less. He is getting promotion, I am not getting promotion. He is becoming more popular, I am not becoming. Don't go for economic comparison. This is where you will get it. See, in fact, why people are not happy? Because they are not actually thinking what they have. They are always thinking what they don't have. Overthinking is the cause for your depression, cause for all your problems. And this is where we have to change our mindset. There is a very popular saying that mindset is more important than the marks. Mindset is more important than the marks. So you have to respect. Respect is an important element of your personality. If you respect others, respect is like an investment. It comes back with profit. We have to respect. You have to compliment any good work. See, with talent, with knowledge, you can grow taller and taller. You can achieve. Then the profession or your career becomes pyramidal. Pyramid is almost like, if a pyramid, you all know, there is less space at the top. So talent, hard work, skill has taken you to the top. And to remain in the top position, your talent and skill may not be helpful. To remain in the top position for a longer time, it is your attitude, your behavior and your mannerisms will be of great help. So you keep that in mind. And again, coming back to heart attack in the young, today we are losing lot of youth. That is the reason stress management is extremely important. Physical fitness. In fact, physical fitness is a status symbol than an expensive car. Physical fitness is a status symbol than an expensive car. And those in metro cities, you follow BMW, not BMW car. Going in a BMW car may not improve your health. BMW, B for bicycle, M for metro, W for walking. So follow this BMW, this thing very important. And yes, as doctors, kindness is very, very important. You may be an extraordinary doctor, you should have sympathy, you should have empathy, you should have compassion. So, and you always understand the financial background of the patient. You see within the financial background how best you can give a very good treatment. Because I will just give an example. You may be traveling in an aircraft, somebody is in executive class, others may be in the economy class. If there is an air crash, everybody will die. So understand the financial background of the patient, and you see how best within that financial background you can give a correct treatment. If you are fully convinced the patient is not going to survive, No point in putting on a ventilator for 20 days, 30 days. The bill will be 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs. At the end of 30 days, patient is dead, and those who are surviving are financially dead. So that is the reason kindness is kindness makes the person most beautiful, however one can look like. Because the beautiful dress can change the appearance, but beautiful hearts can change the life. Beautiful hearts can change the life. It's very important. And at the same time, what is most important is there is nothing like end, there is nothing like no in life. End in my definition is efforts never die. What is no? No means it's a new opportunity. So there will be ups and downs, there will be problems. See, if there is no struggle, that means there won't be any growth. There will be failures, there will be mistakes, there will be frustration, there will be rejections. All those things can happen, but certainly we have a great future. And so love yourself first, and try to, think that I should be happier. Then certainly maybe a small changes, micro changes can bring a macro transformation. And most important, you should always accept change. If you accept a change, then only you can grow. You should not have any fixed problems. Fixed problems, then you can never grow. Certainly, some good habits are very important. Today, drug abuse is one of the causes. That is one of the reason our young youths are getting spoiled. And social media, I think, is another one thing, because we are actually imprisoned in social media. So in fact, there is no need to look at your horoscope. Nowadays, people will not look into your horoscope when some family marriages are being arranged. They look at your status in your mobile phone. Your mobile phone is your horoscope. Be careful about that. And at the same time, you should speak in such a way. You should speak in such a way others love to listen. And you listen in such a way others love to speak. I think you should always control, because knowledge gives power and character gives respect. Knowledge gives power and character gives respect. And at the same time, the knowledge speaks, wisdom listens. Knowledge speaks, wisdom listens. And God has given one mouth and 2 ears. Do you know? 2 ears, because we need to listen and speak less, listen more, then you will be more successful and you will be really more useful. If eyes are positive, then you will love the world. But if your mind, if your tongue is positive, the world will love you. I will repeat this. If your eyes are positive, the world will actually love you. And if your tongue is positive, everybody will love you. Because today tongue discipline is very, people doesn't know what to talk, how to talk. In fact, actually knowledge tells you what to say. The attitude tells how to say. The skill tells how much to say. But wisdom says whether to say or not. I think wisdom is nothing but 9 parts of silence. Wisdom is 9 parts of silence and 1 part of few words. So I think maturity is very important. Patience, believe in yourself. And I think positive outlook is the key. And certainly there is no escalator for success. It's all steps. First step may be a small. If it is a right step, you will reach the destination. And there is no escalator for life. And finally, I will conclude my talk by these anecdotes. Dedication is more important than designation. Sincerity is more important than seniority. Values are more important than valuables. Mindset is more important than marks. And loyalty is more important than royalty. Efforts are more important than the results. And proper work is more important than the paperwork. So, for a healthy heart, for a healthy body, for a healthy mind, and for a healthy overall health, keep 5 things as low as possible. That is blood pressure, blood sugar, blood cholesterol, body weight and waist circumference, and finally over ambition, over ambition. Keep these 5 things as low as possible. Avoid or try to avoid 6 S. That is salt, stress, spirit, smoking, sedentary activity, and salt, stress, spirit, smoking, sedentary activity, and sugar. So take care of these things, and certainly you have a great future, and live long, live young. Thank you.